Hey everybody, NFT fans, welcome back to the NIFTSY Podcast. I'm your host, Eugene, aka Crypto MC. We explore the NFT space, try to separate the essence from hype, and to realize the potential of NFTs as a tool. Today, I am very proud because I'm joined by George Tsagkarakis. He's the co-founder and communication manager of the egamers.io. It is one of the oldest and the most recognized websites in the blockchain gaming industry, and their goal is to educate the next generation of gamers and help blockchain games around the world. So, George, thanks for joining me. I'm very happy to see you again.
Thank you for the introduction, Evgen. Hello,
Okay.
everyone.
Before we start exploring blockchain gaming and how NFTs especially are used in games, I would love to hear your brief story. How did you get into the blockchain space?
All right. So I've been in the cryptocurrency space for many years. I believe it's around 6 to 7 years since I started dealing with Bitcoin and all that stuff. And one day a friend came to me and showed me an article about CryptoKitties. It was when CryptoKitties was first launched, right? And they introduced the non-fungible token protocol. So I did some digging back then, and I realized that NFTs have the potential to literally change the ownership of all over the world, the way we interact, the way we own stuff. So this obviously started through CryptoKitties and gaming, but it has expanded and evolved into other sectors. So it was very early back then, and along with my two co-founders, we decided to create eGamers as one of the very first, because when we launched, it was like one or two websites. Back then, most of them do not exist anymore. So it was the right timing. It was very early, and we decided to jump into the blockchain gaming industry, which back then there wasn't any industry, but right now it's a booming industry, definitely.
Okay, that's an amazing story. You got a right moment to capture the industry. Let's switch to the story of egamers.io. What is this, and what do you do and your team about blockchain games in whole in the eGamers?
Of course. So what we mainly do is we have a community of gamers. We have fun and play games together. We also cover the news of many games. We are in partnership with some well-known brands in the space. So we do provide guides, we do provide tutorials, we do create videos, informational videos about how to play and how to get onboarded in this industry. A few years ago, it was way much difficult to get onboarded in blockchain gaming, especially for those who didn't know anything about cryptocurrency. So Evgen, you are in the space like me for many years, so you do understand the struggle a new user has to understand what is MetaMask, what is Ethereum, what do you mean by saying Ethereum token and all that stuff. So you do understand the struggle. So it was very hard to onboard new players, but thankfully the technology has made some progress, and now it's much easier with far better games, actually. So yeah, that's our story. Basically, we try to help people onboard them and provide exposure to blockchain games that deserve it.
It's really so that gamers, in the majority, they don't understand what is blockchain, what are MetaMask, what is tokens. Is that true? I didn't realize in that. I thought that every blockchain, every gamer understand it's essentially, but this is not so, as you say.
Yeah, to be honest, they don't have to understand all that kind of stuff. The technology has to be easy to use and familiar, like a Steam store, for example. If you have Steam and you go on the store, you want to buy an asset, an item on Steam, the tech has to be that easy. Users don't have to deal with crypto and swaps and all that stuff that today blockchain gamers have to deal with.
Okay, so we got the main problem. How do you explain for non-crypto people, or perhaps for your visitors, your the guys who are supporting with e-gamers, what is NFT or non-fungible token? Do you have your own definition?
All right, so a non-fungible token is a token made on the blockchain that provides ownership to something. This it could be a digital item that we are used to, or this could be linked to a physical item. In a nutshell, NFT is virtual ownership, and it does change the way we own stuff. Now, besides the gaming aspect, NFTs make their ways into almost everything. For example, your house could be an NFT. You are registering your house with your government, all right? And in a few years from today, that will be a token in a private blockchain of your government, because it's easy, because you don't have all that paper stuff, and nobody can alter this, nobody can change this. So in the sense of gaming, every in-game asset, every sword, every armor, every helmet or whatever is a non-fungible token that is owned by the players and not by the game, which is the case with most games since ever, right? When you play a game, you don't own the assets. The game owns the assets. The game owns the account. But in blockchain gaming, or else play to earn or crypto gaming or whatever name we give this, owning the NFT means that you really own that asset. You really own that sword, and you can sell it to other players anytime you want for the market price, right? Market always decides the price. And this is the great thing with blockchain gaming, besides the fact that the play to earn concept players make money. It's the thing that you own that sword. I can sell that sword to you anytime, and that's really the magic here.
Cool. You have partly answered my next question, but nevertheless, I will ask you once again. Of course, I'm confident because you're due to your work, you are familiar with all the use cases of NFTs in gaming. Please, once again, tell us about the main use cases of NFTs in gaming: swords, lands, the metaverse, all the range of these use cases.
All right. So since I answered this, I'll tell you something else. NFT interoperability. What do I mean with this? Through the use of the blockchain, we can have connected games. We have virtual worlds, for example, like it's the Sandbox, Vulcanverse, Decentraland, all that stuff. We have many virtual worlds built on the blockchain, and then we have non-fungible tokens that can be ported over to these worlds. So I have an asset, I have an item from the X game, and I can take that asset, I can take that sword to the other game, and vice versa, and move my assets between games. So this is just another one use case of blockchain gaming, which is really, really incredible. And especially when we talk about virtual worlds, we're gonna see this like industry booming really, really much, and more people embracing this, especially with the VR technology. I mean, virtual worlds are kind of new right now, but in a few years' time, those stuff will evolve definitely in a great way. So we are going to see virtual worlds that people get inside, have fun, interact with others, make some money, work, and use these NFTs from world to world and go so on.
Awesome. We're witnessing a paradigm shift in the gaming industry, in the life, in the gaming. So the paradigm shift from the pay-to-win model, which has been existed recent decades, I think, since the internet, or even computers, were introduced to humanity, to the play-to-earn model due to blockchain. May you explain what is play-to-earn model and how it has been radically, drastically changing the gaming industry?
Of course. So first of all, there is nothing wrong with pay to win, right? We have pay to win in blockchain games today. Most games are pay to win, even if they are play to earn. So to be clear, we have play to earn concept, but this doesn't mean that the game is not pay to win. So to answer your question, play to earn is the concept, is the model, is the way of earning through gaming. Let's go back a few years back, or even today, where a father could say to his son, stop playing video games and do something else in your life, right? Go get a work, go get a job, study, or do whatever you want. Stop playing video games. Now with the play to earn concept, there are people, there are children playing video games that make a lot of money. Some make a lot of money, some others don't make a lot of money, but in the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you make. It matters that what you earn is really yours. So you can resell that. So you can earn tokens by playing. So in a nutshell, play to earn is the way playing video games or participating in virtual worlds and earning for your time spent. Now, this play to earn is a bit, I believe we need a whole day to explain how play to earn actually really works and what the opportunities are. But yeah, like I told you, in a nutshell, it's the way to get rewarded for your time playing games. Not all games are equal, right? Some are more play to earn than others.
The basic concept is clearly understood. You are playing and you are earning money. So no one parents, no one mother and father in the world won't be able to say to their children, do not waste your time on playing, because wasting your time will be meaning working, earning money. On the last CGC NFT online event, you had a fireside chat with Sarah McKenna from the Alienware, and you were talking about the case that you played, or Alienware, or X Infinity, or let's talk about two of these, the most renowned cases, X Infinity and Alienware. How do people earn money? How you specifically earn money playing games? How do people in the Philippines earn money? Tell us about these fantastic cases.
All right, great question. Now, since you mentioned Philippines, actually Philippines are the first metaverse workers. This is a new kind of job, Evgen. It's the metaverse workers. We are experiencing something completely new every day in this industry. So to answer your questions, Alien Worlds is one of the most popular blockchain games. They have like a zillion of players. I think they have like 500,000 or something. Alien Worlds, basically, it's a clicker game, right? And you just click and earn rewards through mining. It's not as simple as it sounds. It's a decentralized autonomous organization. Actually, there are multiple organizations behind this. And players click, mine, earn rewards, repeat. So that's, in a nutshell, how Alien Worlds game is. And then we have Axie Infinity, which is the most popular blockchain game right now. Axie is actually a phenomenon. No, there is no game that has managed to do this the same way Axie Infinity is doing this. They have balanced the economy so good that it's still making money to the players. For example, if you own one team of Axies, one team is 3 Axies. If you own one team and play, right now with the current price of Axie Infinity, the SLP price, actually, because they have 2 tokens, you will be making $1,200 minimum per month. So, but the cost to get into the game for a good team is around $2,000. Now, a few months back, it was way cheaper. So as people come in these play to earn games, the floor price to get into the game rises and rises and rises all the time. I remember Axie Infinity about 2 or 3 years ago. You could buy an Axie with $1 or $2. The rare ones were selling for $100, and right now the cheapest Axie you can get is around $400. So back then you were buying one Axie with $1. Now the same Axie costs $400. So you have supply and demand. So the demand is big, the supply is trying to catching up, prices are going up. So my point is that in all the games, in all the play to earn games, in order to reap the benefits, the most you have to be an early adopter. This doesn't mean that if you arrive late on a party, you won't make something for your time spent. But if you want to be on the forefront and if you want to make the most out of it, you have to be an early adopter. And being an early adopter is also good because most of the games do not make it in the long run. You see their economies falling, either because they were not designed to last or for various other reasons. But this is a sad truth, and everyone needs to be aware of this. Games sometimes, most of the times, do not make it, right? So we have great examples, great games like Axie Infinity, Alien Worlds, even Crypto Blades, a new kind of game that has seen some parabolic growth. I think their token yesterday was $150 per token, and it was a few pennies like a few months ago. So you have this parabolic growth, but you never know what is going on to happen. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on this. Be very extra careful always.
Sounds fantastic. The NFT segment is quite young, relatively young regarding all the industry, and the blockchain industry is relatively young regarding the IT industry. So it is rapidly being developed. How would you, what the main problems or pains regarding the NFT segment, utilizing NFTs in gaming, you could mention, and how should they be solved in the nearest years by the community? What's your vision?
The problems of NFTs.
Problems, yes.
First things first, the problem comes from the blockchains themselves and not really the NFTs. For example, if you take Ethereum, a few months back when the market was at all-time high, you had to pay like 50 or sometimes $60 just to transfer an NFT, which makes it forbidden. And the main problem actually is the blockchains. Thankfully, we have some solutions in this, like some side chains, like Polygon or the engine, which is a Polkadot based parachain, and some other stuff like Zaya and so on. So yeah, it's the blockchains which we are fixing it. Then we do have the knowledge. What we said before, people don't know how to use that stuff. I mean, if I get my father, for example, and tell him that, hey, Dad, you must not send an Ethereum NFT to a Tron address, I mean, he's gonna say, what? I mean, it's the knowledge. Right now, we are doing like small steps and progress in that stuff with many services like Venly, for example, which is previously Arcane Network. I believe you know Arcane Network, right? They rebranded to Venly right now, and they are doing some very good. They are developing some very good solutions about non-fungible tokens and all that stuff. So they actually make it more accessible to mainstream use cases. And the other thing that it doesn't have to do exactly with the NFTs, but it's the quality of the games. Like if you want to see adoption of NFTs, which we are seeing, especially in the art scene and now in gaming. We need some real games. I believe you remember 2 years ago when we first met in Ukraine, in CGC, we were talking that we need real games back then. We didn't have real games back then. Now we're making some progress and getting these games out, but still we are far away from what we would like to see for this industry. So my final word, NFTs will take over the world and people will learn how to use them through easy to use platforms. They don't have to be knowledgeable and know all that stuff. But yeah, in the end of the day, NFTs are here to stay. They are much more than one that we imagine.
Totally agree with you. Do I understand you correctly that through gamers.io, you try to educate the blockchain player, but gamers and players who are not familiar with blockchain, educate about the primitives of blockchain. What is cryptocurrency? What is crypto address? What is Ethereum? What is Tron? What's the difference between that?
Exactly.
You do that.
That's the first thing we try to educate the gamers, because if you want to deal with blockchain gaming, it's basically crypto. If you don't know crypto, you won't make it. You're going to do a mistake that will cost you money, sometimes a lot of money. It's like mathematics. You can't go on level 10 if you don't do level 1. So there is a long learning curve, but it has gotten easier through the use of services and through that we have done this multiple times. So we are in a place to explain that stuff to our community very easily right now.
Okay, I didn't even realize that such a problem does exist. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are gamers and you are not familiar with blockchain, please go on the gamers.io link below and find the tutorial, find the editor, find the education material. Try to learn, because the price of your illiteracy could be very high. You may lose hundreds of real dollars, and it will be a bit pain. George, how do you see finally the future in the blockchain games in 3 nearest years? Give us your vision, please.
All right. So in a few years, I believe blockchain gaming will take over the gaming industry. Play to earn will become the new standard, because players are actually, if I can say, they are waking up right now. They see the potentials of play to earn games and they think again. For example, I'm an avid gamer since I was born, right? I was playing from my father's Atari to the Sega Mega Drive to PlayStation to online gaming. I was playing like 12 years, Lineage, World of Warcraft. I've been a hardcore gamer all of my life. I never thought that I'm wasting time. I was entertaining myself. I was learning English. Actually, gaming was because English is not my native language. Gaming was probably the best thing that happened to me. So I learned English through communication and I entertained myself. I had fun. I made friends. I made a lot of friends virtually that we met in real life, and we still have communication. But in the end of the day, I wasted my time. Now that you have the play to earn model, you do realize that stuff. So gamers are actually waking up and saying, hey, why should I play your game? And why not this game, which I make money? Why shouldn't I play, for example, Vulcanverse, which is an MMORPG on the blockchain, and make some money for myself, and go playing World of Warcraft, which I have to pay to play that game? Why not getting paid instead of paying? So I believe that players do realize that. Big companies, big gaming studios like Ubisoft, Electronic Arts, and all that stuff also realize that. And we're going to see some AAA play-to-earn games out very soon. I believe the next 5 years maximum, we will have a lot of play-to-earn games that we are going to lose it. We won't be able to keep track of with all the new play-to-earn games that are coming out, which is actually happening right now. Last year there wasn't so many blockchain games, but right now we have like 3 or 4 releases every week of new games, and so many indie games coming out of the blue that it's getting out of hand. It's getting insane. People are jumping into play to earn like crazy.
Sounds fantastic. Recently, early days, we're playing for emotions and for learning English, for example, for non-English speakers in ZX Spectrum, Atari, and so on and so forth, Sinclair games, Sega Mega Drive, and now we're playing for money. That's a paradigm shift. Thank you very much, George, it's been a pleasure to understand your vision on this paradigm shifts in gaming happening recent decade. Ladies and gentlemen, the world of gaming has drastically changed since we played Spectrum, Atari, Sinclair, Sega Mega Drive. You were listening to the NIFTSY Podcast that is supported by the NIFTSY protocol. Please like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button for not missing the future episodes. You may find a link on egamers.io below. Please visit this amazing site. George Tsagkarakis, its co-founder, and Eugene A.K. CryptoMC, we're with you. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit the next CGC NFT, the third event in 2021 in September. You may find information right down below. And thank you for listening. See you in the next episodes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.